Well, hello. I'm just doing some more cleanup around the place here. and I found a bunch of ephemera photographs that I'm going to be selling off here real soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Facebook Marketplace, or I might save these for um, an online ephemera auction that I want to try to have again. Last time I was going to have one. My wife had to have emergency neck surgery. So now that we're done with that and her hip's done and all that, we're going to be concentrating on selling off this vast collection of ephemera, small items, and you just about name it. It's got to go. So this is going to be one entire lot right here. I want to keep this all together. This is a family from Texas. So most of these photos that I have, some of them are marked from a photo developing company in Texas. And I haven't done any history myself on who they are. They could be famous, they could be nobodies, but regular people like me. but um, but I wanted to share these with you, get the vibe going, so to speak, and see if there's any interest in these kind of items from my viewers who would possibly attend auctions or just want to buy them. I don't know. We'll see. But there's going to be a lot of things for sale in the very near future. So let me set these down and we'll let you look on some of these here. Now, what happened was there was a 1960s type photo album, the kind with the plastic film you peel back and you just stick your photos in, put the film back, kind of like a cling system. But over the years, they tend to get real sticky and difficult to get photos out of. And there was damage to a lot of pages, and I had to really look through these books to find what I had here. The rest, unfortunately, are ruined. And I hate to see that because I like to have kept them all together, but there was no sense in doing it because you just unrecognizable and ripped badly, and some of the more expensive ones were ripped. But again, I don't like to see things thrown out like this, especially when they're people's families. I wouldn't sell my family's photos for any amount. Um, so sometimes I don't understand why people do, but I understand they do. Unfortunately, that's part of my business is dealing with estates and people who do pass away and have relatives who just want to clean a house out and care about nothing else but a clean house to sell. I mean, these were people that they didn't know. They had no idea who they were, even though their names were all over it. They'd never met them. They didn't care. And that's usually what I run into. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's something y'all run into when you find old photographs of families. It's about the third lot. And this isn't even my gigantic Victorian lot with diaries and all this other stuff. That I'm waiting for to get all this stuff cleaned up and sold out before I get to those. But there were some good ones in that lot. But this lot here, you can see this photo right here was a copy. That's a reprint. But it was still nice. Shows clothing styles, of the time. Uh, like this here was on an original cabinet card and they tore it off a cabinet card. They did write the names down on back of them. A lot of these are old snapshots, but a lot of these are, like I said, taken off of old cabinet cards. I think this one here is particularly, I don't like to use the word too much, but that's a cute photo. That's a little boy there, and his name's on the back. But I just like the outfit he's wearing. It's really cute. There, I said it twice. But we got some really cute little girls here, and doggy, and a bunch of little girls, and that old coot there. But you got some from the 50s, and don't you like these old school pictures of the 50s, 54? See, I thought those style of shirts right there came in early 60s, you know? I remember seeing those with the butterfly collars and the paisley like that, in the 60s and 70s when I went to school. So I'll show you give you a couple examples of, You see how the back, those are, I took the photo, I took the picture, I took the names off the bottom of the sticky paper and placed them on the back of the cards on the ones that didn't have it written on them. So most of them have it. Um, we've got this one little photo here, kind of sad. It's a nice little baby. But I just noticed that before filming and I almost didn't put it in there. These things make me choke up quite a bit. She was born in 1998. She died in 1999. And that's such a tragedy to me. Not my kid, but I have kids and couldn't imagine that happening. And now move on, happier things here. There's a gentleman by his Model T. I have a picture of my grandfather coming from New Mexico. Same kind of car. I might show that later on. There's a young man there, another little baby. And she's holding what had to be her mama's probably most expensive platter that she had in her house. They usually showed off items like that in these photos. I have a young man that was in the Air Force. And here's one so far that's been my favorite one. This one right here. This, this is early 1900s here with that style of dress and that little swing she's holding on to. And see what this was a postcard, and they cut the postcard down. There is some foxing on it. You could see. Yeah, see, I was right, 1916. But that's my favorite photo so far of this whole bunch. It is that little girl right there. That was the style, man. Things were happening if you had good photos like that. This is a wedding photo. A lot of these were wedding photos or just photos after. But you can see little girl holding a flower. Now, see, most of these are old. Like I said, they're taken off of their original mountings and put into a book. And I understand why they did it, but I don't like it when it's done. See this one here. She's born 1907. Little girl. And see, this is like why I don't like them when they're taken off their original mounts and put into sticky books. It just ruins them, But I figured he's still George Stinson, son of Hugh A.C. Mack. Now, see, even if you were to want to preserve that, you could still cut that up to right there. Now, doesn't he look like an old Texan? We have some family from Texas, and that's usually the way they come from Texas. There's a certain way you look, and it's rugged, and and all that. You kind of have that rugged handsomeness to them. That's what most of these old guys did. You can imagine what kind of hard life these folks went through, Depression era, and all that. I like photos like this. We call them instant family. I got a few more here than I had. Let me go through some of those. Now look at her. There's a couple working men right there. And I like the way the guy on the right's dressed. Sometimes I dress that way still. Really cool. And here's a wedding picture. And that was taken off a mat. I have my great grandmother's photos like this. Oh boy. He was a teacher or something, or a very successful businessman. Look at those guys. I like his handlebar mustache. And that man there. They just look like they're full of wisdom. But these are from Texas. Some of these photos have development stickers. See, that's a modern copy. Of the one little girl that died. But I think everybody's family has a photo of their grandmother or great grandmother out beside her house like that. That's got a long story written in that. And I like this. I kind of wish that people still dressed this way. Just they dressed up fancy for photos, and even when they were going out somewhere, they got all dressed up, looking sharp. And this one has the lady's name here. That one is a modern reprint. But look at that dress and stuff she was wearing. That one. That's from 1953. I like those hats. Now, I wish I had the original to that. That would have been on a probably a tintype or a daguerreotype originally, but it's got his name. Yeah, see, here's a photo right here. That's San Antonio, Texas, from Fox Company. She's getting ready to go on a trip. I bet you to church. Look at that one there. Those are the kind of jackets my grandpa used to wear. Look at that. Oh, and I like that shirt. You could get a lot on people's fashion back in the day. This is from 53. I like that jacket too. This is a newer copy of a photo, as is this and this and these. Look at that, man. That is just cool. And again, that's got all their names to it. And it's fun looking at these because you got to wonder what these folks were thinking. This is an older copy of a photo. Well, look at that. Bow ties, suits. And there's the last big one. I bet you that was the original homestead. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so again, these are going to be for sale. And I hope someone enjoys them as much as I'm enjoying them right now. Hopefully you'll enjoy just looking at them, you know. The video will be up for a while for you to check out. I'm not taking any down yet. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. It's an example of some of the items that are going to be up for sale. This one lot will be for sale again, as I mentioned earlier. And it's going to all be one lot. And I'll include it on a preview when I start making preview videos and things. But it won't be until, let's see, probably February. Unless you're interested, shoot me a message. I'll put some contact information in the description and all that fun stuff. So, hey, thanks for watching. And there's going to be some more videos coming up. I'm videotaping as I'm going through things. So we'll see you next time.